Thanks, Helen. Tummy likey. Tummy want wingy.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Senior developer, co-founder of VHG Mike held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 193. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us kind of two season 4 teasers. Well, one real teaser and the other one is his costume. Obviously this Friday was Halloween and he said that his costume has to do with something in season 4. So you get your first teaser right off the bat looking at what Mike's dressed up as. Now, he didn't explain any of that, so we just kind of got to guess. I don't think it's actually a dinosaur. I think it's like an alligator. Actually, I don't know. Either way, we're going to get into the first question right now. Me and my community are awake every single morning at 10 a.m. or I guess depending on my time, 10 a.m. And we are waiting to see when EHG is going to drop this new roadmap. They said roadmap in the works, roadmap coming soon, roadmap coming really soon, roadmap done. We're just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. And then I don't know why it hasn't dropped. I've already seen it. And then basically radio silence, radio silence, radio silence for weeks. And we're just like, what? Like, what is going on? Every day we are in the Discord waiting to see if it's the day. You know, it looks like it's going to be a couple months. I don't know. Listen to this.
Any news on the updated roadmap? If not, can we get that in next week, please and thank you? I ask for it every week. I have no idea why it's not coming yet. I have no control over when it will be here. Hopefully soon. I'm sorry.
New uniques for season 4?
Mike, will any uniques for the net caltrops in the season 4? Maybe. We haven't done many of the uniques yet for season 4. There's like a handful of them that have been designed, but at most at this point, and even fewer that have actually been implemented. So I don't know.
A handful. This one's a little sad.
A new weapon in season 4, maybe the claws. There's no new base types coming. Like no new like how do I say it properly so everyone understands what I'm talking about? So like two-handed axe, two-handed spear, one-handed axe. But there's no new category. There's nothing new that like fits in. Ah, come on. Really? It used to work. Kind of worked a little bit, sort of. So there's nothing that like goes in this line here that's new. Like we may put new one-handed swords in. So like this is a crystal sword. So maybe a diamond sword. I don't know. It's not actually a thing we're doing, but like we could add new one-handed swords, but we're not adding a new category of weapon this season.
Mike talks skill sigils.
How come skill sigils got delayed? Maybe even canceled. It seems like something a lot of people were looking forward to, despite us having pretty much no information regarding them. Was a technical issue or something else? Yeah, so the plan we had for season 4, like what is this, like a year? This was in at 1.0 when we released this, because we said or 1.1 was 1.1 was just coming out when we released the plan, or just come out or something like that. Where we first mentioned skill sigils. So it's been quite a while. Nothing from that roadmap happened in the order it was supposed to. That roadmap had it in. So like that roadmap was completely wrong about the order of everything. Just to be clear. So in a 0% success rate in order predictions on that roadmap, skill sigils fits in very nicely. Probably can't do Everoth if we can't beat Lagan. Oh, that's frustrating. So I'm gonna blame it on the movement speed, even though it's not the movement speed at all. It's entirely my fault. I can't really talk about skill sigils at all. I don't have any information for you on it. The original plan for it was wildly ambitious. And you know I'm not one to shy away from something wildly ambitious, so we'll see what happens. You want a teaser?
They are still in development, though. They are not canceled. I just want to add that to the end of Mike's answer. And now Mike is going to show us a season 4 teaser.
But here, I'll give you a visual one. Here he goes. My penance for failing you miserably. This will be some new MTX coming. Some new cosmetics. I don't know what part of it this is. If this is like a standalone thing, or part of a pack, or part of a Twitch drop, or anything like. I don't know what it is. I was trying to find more of a ready helmet, but the only one that was there that like fit better, that like worked better, like I couldn't get it on my head, and it was like really heavy rubber. I'm like, this is gonna be so heavy for the stream. Can't do it.
Future plans.
As EHG continues to expand its team, what parts of the game will we likely see the impact of additional help, or are they focused more on future content we haven't seen yet? It's a lot of it's focused on future content right now. Like a lot of the roles we're spinning up right now are for like starting design work on the expansions, starting design work on just like future seasons, things like that. Like just getting new content pipelines spun up so we can do more faster later. Is a lot of what's happening right now. I want this idol. There's room. Found it. At the same time, though, it does mean that the people who are working on like stuff that's like coming imminently, not imminently, but next, are able to focus on what's coming next instead of also having to work on what's coming after that at the same time.
I feel like GGG was really good at this leapfrogging content. You know, you got two teams. One team's working on current, next team's working on the future, and then they flip-flop so that you hit your timelines and you always have great quality. Like what Mike said at the end, if somebody working on season 4 is also working on the expansion, season 4 will suffer, right? Because they can't give all their effort there. So I like this future content pipeline. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, we've come to the final question for Dev Chat 193. With the launch of GGG's new PoE League, things were a little quiet today, but nevertheless, I want to make sure I give you all the information. Mike, thank you for your Friday live streams. The community truly appreciates it. Thank you for being a good sport and, of course, dressing up for Halloween. This final question is basically around a 6th skill for Last Epoch. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I have earned it. Don't forget to check out my new website, actionrpg.com. Right now, we're completely revamping 37 different build guides for Last Epoch. New art, new build planners, new loot filters. It is going to look very sweet. We have leveling guides, build guides, tips and tricks, news, event calendar, multiple games. We even got a music player on the website. New databases coming online. It's going to be very sweet. Don't forget to check out actionrpg.com. Last but not least, join the Discord. Over 5,500 members. We do merch giveaways, game giveaways, movie nights, game nights, all the subathon shenanigans. If you love all things Action RPG, you should be a part of my Discord. Very active community. I'm done. Mike, take it away.
Have you thought about giving each subclass an elite skill that's on the bar at all times? Yes, we have. We almost did that. We came very close to doing that. The skill that goes here, we came very close to being that. Evade came very close to being that as well. It came very close to being a fixed ability for each class instead of a generic ability for all classes. All right, but that can be heavily customized via gameplay unlocks. For example, necromancers could gather organs via quests to create a custom minion that can be ranged or melee with support, DPS, tank stuff. I mean, like that's basically just the skill trees that we already have, right? With extra steps. Could also be a permanent minion or a very strong one with cooldown based on what organs used. Yeah, I like that's a really cool idea. The reason why we didn't do something like that, where it was without the idea of having like specific side quests you have to go do in order to like build up that skill, we considered that effectively the same sort of mechanic where you'd have one fixed ability for every class, and like the mastery ability kind of became that, where it's like saying, hey, this is a really good idea to have this in your character arsenal, but you don't have to. There's ways to play without it. Which is why I'm not surprised that Falconers are basically all have Falcon on the bar. Paladins basically all have Holy Aura on their bar. You know, things like that. And where's it going with this? Yeah, so I think part of the reason why we didn't force it on your bar was just because there's already only 5 buttons there, and locking one of them down to where it's, now you can only pick 4 of them. It just seemed a little too restrictive. And we don't want to add a 6th ability. Show us this. A 6th permanent ability. I think having class-specific side quests that unlock certain features is a really cool function. I still remember, but I also think that it's quite telling that the story I'm about to tell was removed from the game, from a WoW story here coming. So like back in, I don't know when it changed because I stopped playing, but in like leveling through Burning Crusade, I hit max level in Burning Crusade, which I want to say was 70. The day that Wrath came out, or day before Wrath came out. It was the weekend before or something. Like I hit it on like the Saturday, tried to do some raids that weekend, and then it came, and then Wrath came out on Tuesday or something like that. So it was like within at most 4 days of hitting max level in Burning Crusade, Wrath came out for me. So I was pretty late to the party from Burning Crusade. But as you're leveling a Warlock, which is what I was playing, you have this huge big side quest, actually series of side quests that that allow you to unlock certain abilities. So in WoW as a Warlock, you have one minion that you always have with you. This is why I remember this, because basically the suggestion you're talking about, where you have to go collect a whole bunch of stuff, and you get to pick a minion based on which side quest you complete, and you have to so you either get like an imp or a Voidwalker or a Fell Beast or a Fell Beast Felguard. Ooh, shoot, I should know this. Point is, there's a series of different minions, and you have to go through a pretty lengthy side quest to unlock each one. Felguard, I was right, sweet. And you have to, it's the same for your mount as well. Warlock's also got a free mount, which was a huge deal back then. And like it was a pretty long side quest to is it not Felguard? Oops. Where you had to go through all of the, oh, it is, okay. Where you had to go through this huge long side quest to unlock your mount and everything like that. And like I still remember going through that quest and doing that whole thing, that whole experience, and it was interesting and meaningful and fun. But at the same time, if I had to go back through that quest every time I wanted to change which one it was, that would be excruciating. And I can see why it was removed from the game as well. I'm pretty sure it was removed. Because people like to be able to change to whatever like the meta build is, and I don't think taking the ability to change away is a good thing. But I think having it be free does take away from like the process a little bit. There's a happy medium there, and I think that's what we're aiming for.